Alright, hi all, welcome to my kitchen. It's been a minute since I've posted anything, and we're gonna get back into stroke care, and some new news about how my husband is doing probably at the beginning of next week, because he is going to be transitioning from home health care to outpatient. So that is the new and exciting thing. So what I thought I'd do really quickly is for stroke care, and this also goes for anybody that's been hospitalized, that has had a heart attack, a stroke, cancer patients. Sometimes you need to adjust their diets. And one thing that I found that is really good is these turkey burgers. And I've already made it, but I'm going to give you what I did. And for every 1 pound of turkey, you're going to want at least a half a pound of chicken. And ground turkey, you can get ground turkey at any grocery store. I sometimes will get it in a 4-pack at Costco because it's cheaper than the grocery store. But you can get ground turkey, ground chicken. You can freeze them if you have a food saver like we do. You just suck them up, and then you can make your poundage. Now you can do this turkey meatloaf or turkey burgers one of two ways. You can do it in a loaf and make a turkey meatloaf, or you can make turkey burgers. I like turkey burgers because we have brioche buns and they're really, really good, and it's a very healthy alternative than having a beef burger. So what I did is I mixed about 2 pounds of turkey and 1 pound of chicken. I chopped up some onion, and then I chopped up orange pepper and a yellow pepper. Now you can use green pepper, you can use red pepper, you can use scallions versus onions. You can use a red onion if you want, a white onion. It really doesn't matter if you want it a little sweeter. If you're the person that you're making it for is not diabetic, you can certainly use the Valdelia sweet onion. And then what I like to do is you could do this one of two ways. You can use the nice honey mustard dipping sauce, or you can use Dijon mustard. Now, I eyeball it. It's about 2 tablespoons of mustard to 2 tablespoons of a good mayonnaise. Now, I'm using Hellmann's mayonnaise. You can use Miracle Whip in this. If you want to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, you certainly can do that, but you want to keep an eye on the sodium content. You don't want this to be too over salted, because that defeats the purpose for the patient. So what you're going to do after it's all mixed is put this in the refrigerator, and it's got to sit for about a half an hour to allow all of the flavors to absorb. So I'm going to shove this in my refrigerator. Oops. Sorry, Bella. My dogs are starting to have problems with their legs, and I just kicked her. So I'm just going to set that in there. Make a little bit of room for it. And this is a very, very nutritious meal for the patient. So after a half an hour, and I'm sorry, I'm move you guys so you guys can actually see me. After a half an hour, then you can go ahead and you can form it into patties. Now, if you're going to make burgers, they take 5 minutes per side. So it's 5 minutes, you flip them 5 minutes, and then what you want to do is make sure that they cook long enough to be 165 degrees throughout the turkey burger. You don't want to serve medium rare turkey burgers to anyone because of it being poultry versus beef. And then what I like to do is I go to my local Aldi's and I get the brioche buns. And I'm going to show you guys what the brioche buns look like. And I'm not going to do this all on camera just because I'm hot and it's a gorgeous day here. It's in the 80s. But I go to my local Aldi's and I get these brioche buns. And I have a griddle. And you can see the griddle over there. what I like to do is I like to butter the brioche buns, and then I will put them on the griddle for a couple of minutes and allow them to toast. And then what you do is you, on each side, put a little bit of Hellmann's mayonnaise. You don't need a lot because there is Hellmann's mayonnaise in the turkey burgers, but just enough to keep them nice and moist. And then you can put your lettuce and your tomato on it and then serve that. And that's a really, really good, healthy dinner versus having ground beef burger. Now, what our doctor has said is, cutting back on the red meats is very, very healthy, and that goes for anyone. Even I have noticed a huge difference with my health, that I'm not eating so much red meat. I'm eating more leaner meats, and I actually have a lot more energy than I had before this. So that's all there is to it. You can put, if you have a nice griddle, you can do this on the grill. If you're going to do it on the grill, do it over medium heat. And if your grill is able to deflect so that the flame isn't coming up, that's even better because you don't want your turkey burgers to actually burn. Because if they burn, they're no good. But they are very, very delicious. You don't need to put sliced onion on top or a raw onion on top unless you're really crazy for onions, because there are onions already in the ground turkey burgers. And if you're going to do this in a meatloaf pan, what you're going to do is put your oven on 325 degrees. It's going to cook for about an hour and a half. You're going to want to check it at the 45-minute mark just to see what its temperature is. And you're going to cook it till it's 165 degrees. And again, you can make mashed potatoes with it or a nice garden salad to go with it. And that's your healthy meal. So, from my kitchen to yours, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be providing an update with Bob, and we're going to get back into the stroke care of what happens once home health is done with you next week, and then what to expect or what you need to do for a patient that has had a stroke down the road, how to make plans for 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 months after the stroke. So, thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you on the next Cooking with Joel and the next Cooking with Joel stroke care update.